Oh, hello. All right. We're just going to go right into it. So basically, I want to rank all 50 states from S tier to F tier. Um, I think that's all right. So let's just get started. So, first, I'm going to rate Mississippi. Um, Mississippi, I mean, known for the Mississippi River. That's not where the river ends or anything, but it's just what the state's named after. Um, Biloxi Beach is pretty cool spot, but other than that, like, what can you do? Like, maybe go hunting, but I don't know. It's not that convincing to me, so I'm just gonna put it in D tier. Next, we're gonna do Connecticut. Connecticut, I think, is one of the most educated states in the country, which is pretty impressive. Um, it's part of New England, so it's gonna have pretty cold winters, which is not something I'm used to. I don't know if I'd ever actually consider it, so let's just say C is for Connecticut. Maine. I feel like Maine is probably pretty mid, um, but I know that it's really close to Nova Scotia, I think. So maybe there's like maybe it's unique and like it's Canadian, but also American, but more American. I'm not sure, but I guess Maine is okay. I'm also gonna put it in D tier. Um, let's do Hawaii. I don't think there's any question that Hawaii shouldn't be S tier. Like it has the it has the volcano islands. There's so many islands over there. Um, it really is like its own like place. Like it's not like your ordinary American anything, because it's literally like super far away in the Pacific. Um, but it's like a paradise, you know. It's like people when they think of Hawaii, they think of the beautiful beaches. They don't think of like large scale economy in like two cities or something. Uh, Alaska, I think, is also S tier. I think what makes Hawaii so beautiful is how um, like tropical and like super, um, like it's in the ocean. Um, but I feel like Alaska's beauty is a lot more internal rather than external. Like I don't know really what that means, but regardless, um, let's go with Colorado next. I think Colorado is also a very beautiful state. I've only been there a few times, um, but Colorado's great. You can just tell that the air there is just better. So I'm gonna give it A tier. Um, it's not S tier, and that kind of sucks because I feel like Colorado just needs like one more thing, but I don't know what it is, and I just don't know what to say. It's just missing something. But on to New Jersey. New Jersey is a pretty infamous state. Um, it's kind of like it just I don't know something about New Jersey just I feel like doesn't sit right. Like the people there have to be like super. I don't even know. I can't imagine what living there is like, because it's like the suburb of New York. So So given for what it is, I think honestly, I'm gonna give New Jersey C tier. I think New Jersey has something to offer. I don't know what it is, but something about it just makes sense to me. But next, we'll do my state of Texas. Texas is it's a pretty controversial state now, um, which kind of sucks because whenever I'm here, it just feels strange sometimes, and I don't exactly know why. But given that I've lived here, so this is the state I'm most familiar with. If I had to give this state a tier on this list, it's tough because I feel like one of the big things about Texas is the fact of how like family friendly it is. Like a lot of people come here to make start families. Um, but that's not where I'm at in life right now. So, given where I'm at in my life, I'm gonna give it a B. Texas is gonna be B tier. Um, that kind of stinks, um, but Texas does have a lot to offer. It really does. Um, so don't count out. But I'm just gonna leave Texas here. New Mexico. Um, I don't know, man. I'm a big fan of like natural stuff, and New Mexico really just has those sands, in my opinion. Like they have lakes, and it's more mountainous than like Texas. So, like it's just not that good. Georgia. Georgia is a pretty relevant state, to be honest. Georgia's pretty relevant, um, especially in music. Especially in music. So, I mean, Atlanta has its own sound. Um, oh, man, that's tough. You know, I think I'm gonna put it in B tier as well. That's just me. That's just me, though. Just saying. But next, we're gonna do Idaho. Idaho. Um, Idaho is. I'm pretty sure at least some of Yellowstone is in Idaho. Um, and it's like part of this really nice placement, like with the Rocky Mountains. I think that's the right ones. Yeah, the Rockies. So it's a naturally very nice state, but that's really all it has going for it. Like, there's not that much economy there. There's not much. Like right now, it's really just turning into like a California suburb, which, from what I understand from the city, those states is that they don't really like that stuff. Um, so I'm gonna give Idaho F. It's an F tier. It's just not cutting it, man. It's just really not cutting it. And I'm gonna give Wyoming the same thing. Wyoming, when you say it, just sounds cool. But I feel like that's kind of like the most that I could say about it, really. Like, um, it has the same vibe as Idaho. It's just that Idaho is known for potatoes, and Wyoming is really not known at all. Um, so, moving on to Florida. Florida's hard because the people in Florida are not friendly. Um, it really does feel like Grand Theft Auto every time you go into Florida. So it's kind of chaotic, but it has beaches and Disneyland and Universal Studios. Um, but it also has Jacksonville. Um, so for Florida, I think I'm gonna give Florida A tier. I'm gonna give it A tier. I think Florida really does do a lot, and there's a lot you can argue for that. So I think Florida is an A tier state. You heard it. Okay. Oregon. Uh, you know, people talk of Oregon a lot because it's like super like progressive, but I feel like living there has got to be kind of ass. Um, and I'm gonna give Oregon D tier. D tier. Um, I don't want it to be raining all the time. I don't think that its placement is like really that great. Um, it's really only cool for like entertainment. Like from an outsider perspective, I don't think it's really that entertaining when you live there. Um, Ohio, F tier. um, you know, I feel like Ohio right now is probably a lot more exciting because um, their sports teams are getting like better. Like the Bengals almost won the Super Bowl. That's pretty quick. That's pretty crazy. Um, but all things considered, man, Ohio's not looking good. It's just not looking good, to be honest. So I think for what it is, I think it's an F tier. Like there has to be F tier states, and I think Ohio is would fall in that category. Utah, Utah's kind of hard because Utah does have nice scenery, but it's also like filled with Mormons. You know, not to not to be so rude, but like, come on. So I'm gonna give it D tier, and we're gonna do that for the end of part one. Uh, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Follow me, I think, I guess, um, and watch part two. Okay, thanks. Bye.